Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
I'm the brother Shalom. I'm the brother Shalamah.
And the brother Anah.
We some brothers from the Great Millstone Atlanta camp, coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shah with a quick lesson. Lord's willing is edifying. Before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakudash. Double honor to my elders and apostles, a great millstone that teach and rule well. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect. And me and the brother was just sitting here talking about, the downfall of Babylon the Great, of course, which is America, according to the scriptures. And it's a certain name for it, but, these basically these assassination attempts on people in the government. So you just had this lady, Melissa, I think she was over in Michigan. Her husband were both assassinated in their home. And then yesterday, you had two National Guard members from Virginia. They were assassinated as well. And then you had people like Candace Owens. There was an attempt made. Then you got the other guy that was taken out. That Charles guy. I ain't gonna say his whole name. And then you have the president himself. There was an attempt made. Folks don't understand that this is actually war. This place is falling apart, and for you to not, being a government official, that should be a pretty safe job, but in this time, it is one of the unsafest jobs, because of everything that's going on. It's a lot of finger pointing. It's a lot of people resigning from their positions. And it's just everything is just falling apart. And a lot of this stuff is centered around these Epstein files. A lot of stuff is centered around the ICE rages. And people just they're not gonna work together. They're not gonna understand each other. And another thing is Trump said that the people that was telling the military not to engage in any basically they can turn down orders that's illegal. And Trump said those people need to be put to death. So it's a lot of division and a lot of chaos that's brewing up to World War III and Civil War on American soil. So you want to speak on something?
I got a precept.
Okay, let me pull it up. What is it?
Ezekiel 7:5.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, this is Ezekiel 7:5. Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. Verse 6. And end is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. And that's, we're at the end of this age of Esau. And, the truth is coming out. And, you've got, like the brother mentioned, Candace Owens. She's speaking out against the JJs, all right? She's speaking out against those people, the tiny tops. And in our ministry, we do talk about Amalek and the downfall of Amalek in this wicked society. But the only difference is we got the angels of the Lord protecting us, according to Psalms 34:7.
Okay.
All right, and these people, they're doing what they're doing on the left-hand side. It's basically controlled opposition, but on the right-hand side, we're condemning this place. And you're going to start to see more and more sedition. Matter of fact,
you mind reading verse 11 too?
Yeah, Ezekiel 7:11. It says, violence is risen up into a rod of wickedness. None of them shall remain, nor of their multitude, nor of any of theirs, neither shall there be wailing for them.
Yeah, and that's pretty much going into Jacob's trouble. But as we see, the violence is just on a whole nother level, and it ain't even like what they call black on black. These are like people that's high up in these positions being taken out. These are things that's making world news, and it's gonna be more and more as the time go by. As we get ready for that day, it's gonna be more and more violence being risen up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty much it on that one. Next precept was I think Man, second Ezra 15.
Oh yeah.
That's the times that we really in. You know, all these attempts on people's lives. You know, we're in that time. You know, we're at the end of the age of Esau, and people starting to see that these leaders aren't truly leading, man. All right, there's another precept going to come to mind, but I'm thinking about second Ezra 15 right now. I think it's second Ezra 15 and
15.
Yeah,
I can read it.
All right, come.
Since you're speaking on it, I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions should stand in their power."
Yeah, because these people, man, you know, the people that's gonna be uprising against the government, man, they're starting to see that there's corruption within it, and they're starting to speak out about it. All right, and it's going into civil war with that the politician getting deleted. You know, you had the whole Charlie Brown situation. So people are rising up, and they're fed up, man. And you know, it mentions in Isaiah 19 that Egyptian shall go against Egyptian. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing civil war. Matter of fact, I was talking to an Edomite when I was at work, and he was talking about, yeah, man, you know, he was going in. He was talking about the chemical trails that they spray over people. He was telling me that he was telling me about the medical system and how, you know, they basically are deleting people. Well, we already know that. We already know that Job 13, the physicians are no value. But he was like, yeah, man, this civil war is coming, and they're bringing it on. And, you know, these Edomites, they know that the civil war is coming, but you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, here it is, it's Thanksgiving. You so focused on that and getting your EBT and SNAP benefits, you're not paying attention to what's going on. You're going to stuff your face and watch some football games knowing that your friendly neighborhood white man is getting ready for civil war, and you're going to get caught up in it.
Yep. I want to get something real quick. Jeremiah 49:10. It says, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbor, and he is not." And you know, just like the brother was just going into, how other Edomites are seeing what's going on because they're being uncovered. Their leaders are being uncovered. Secrets in America is being uncovered. You know, everybody see what's going on, and man, when that veil, that final lift of that veil that's just going to expose everything, man, that's when all the shit gonna just hit the fan, man.
Yeah.
Everything's just gonna break loose. Everybody's out here gonna be doing each other in. You know, it's gonna be a fight for survival. You know, it ain't gonna be no food out here, no jobs, ain't gonna be no money. And I was just listening to a lesson this morning. Apostle Tahar was did, and he was going into the MOTB is that they're saying they trying to push this thing like in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Like they got times like, yeah, this is going to be mandatory. You know, is by 2029, and we going into 2026 now. And just think, you know, just 3 years ago, that's 3 years from now. Just 3 years ago, that's when everybody was taking that juice.
Yeah.
And that seemed like it was just yesterday. So these times are really speeding up like crazy, man. Before you know it, the MOTB gonna be here. We're gonna be in the midst of Jacob's trouble. All of these things that we're telling you now are gonna be actually going on. It's gonna be here. But yeah, something else.
Matter of fact, we get that Isaiah 19.
Okay. Yeah, because it speaks on city against city. Let me get back.
Yeah, you're gonna start seeing more uprisings of the people, man. All right.
Okay, I start at verse 1. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 1, it says, "The burden of Egypt Behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Yeah, that's going into Egypt. All right, it's modern day America, like it mentions in Revelation 11:7. All right, you look at the back of your dollar bill, and there's a pyramid on it. You have casinos in Las Vegas that model themselves after, there's a casino in Las Vegas called the Luxor. All right, it's got an Egyptian pharaoh in it. You got a city here in Georgia called Cairo, Georgia.
I think it's a city in Tennessee called called Egypt.
Yep, you got Memphis. So this is modern day Egypt, man. And the so-called white man, Esau Edom, is the pharaoh. And it says in Jeremiah 50:3 that they refused to let the Israelites go. All right, so the Lord is gonna have to intervene with that. But this is talking about this Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You work around people that's part of that lifestyle, man. This is modern day Egypt, man. And this place is on its way out. And the real messengers, the prophets, are the ones that's giving you the details. Like I said, you got these little insiders, and they started speaking the truth. Well, where'd they get that from? They got that from the Hebrew Israelites, starting with Great Millstone, because these other camps, they're getting infiltrated. They got these guys coming in and doing interviews, and they're getting infiltrated. That's why the apostles say, hey man, we don't go to debates, and we don't do these debates, and we don't have insiders come and try to ask for questions. We're not taking your questions, man.
And as you see what old dude did with ISUPK? Yeah, man, he basically he just kind of like threw his own thing in there. His intentions was to demonize them.
Yeah.
From the beginning. Yeah, just like you were saying, that's why we don't take part in that.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna take our words. They're gonna do some clipping and snipping of the interviews. Take some of the words, change stuff around, put their own words into it. Like, yeah, that's why we don't do this, and and that's why they say this, and he said this right here. Look, this ain't even, they'll change things around. So we ain't gonna be involved in no interviews, none of that. We're gonna go out, we're gonna teach. Of course, AI out there, they can easily do a video using our face, using our voices.
Yep.
Putting some bullshit out there. And we know that's coming.
Yeah.
We know that's coming. That's part of the tribulation that we got to go through.
Right.
So I can continue on.
Yeah, just hit the main part.
Verse 2, it says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. So yeah, that's what we're seeing. You're gonna actually start seeing certain territories getting ready to go to war with each other. That was going on. What was that with the border crisis down in Texas? Like the different states was actually gearing up against the government.
Yeah.
Like that was something we ain't never seen before. It was different states. They got their own little small militaries in these different states. And they was getting ready to, to go up against the government, which, you also have these little militant groups too. That's ready to take over some shit. It's so many, it's so many different small powers in this country that can level this place. But I truly believe, and not even I truly believe, but as the scriptures say, all of these things are going to happen, and it's going to happen quick. Yeah. That's why the scriptures always talk about a sudden destruction. Like, you're not going to have time to get ready. Everything's going to happen quick. And Esau think getting ready is getting ammunition, guns, and armor. That's not it. The real getting ready is the spiritual armor. All right. You got to spiritually arm yourself for what's about to happen, because the Lord is the only one that can protect you from all of this shit, man.
Right.
We're not gonna go out there with no damn vests and helmets on and an AR-15 and try and go to war with Esau when he got weapons that you ain't never seen before.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, these little pistols and stuff is nothing. Like, this devil can This devil right now can send a small missiles just straight to your house to hit your bed while you sleeping.
Yeah.
From outer space. You know, they got that technology. So, I mean, it's nothing you can do but cleave on to Yahweh Bashim Hawashai in these times.
Yeah, that's probably what happened to these other politicians, man. You know, these inside hits as well, man. As we mentioned earlier, we got Yahweh Bashim Hawashai, right? The Lord's gonna lift up that standard for us in them days. These other people, they're toast, man.
Okay.
You know?
All right, well, yeah, anything else you want to get?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so yeah, that was about it. You know, me and the brother was just chopping it up. Just wanted to put it out there. You know, so we pray this lesson was edifying. Once again, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us His truth. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.